So it is not just about the GPA, it is about what you do with what you have. The GPA is very helpful, but there is more to a good application. Now, here is the truth. If you have a low GPA, you can still get good funding to come to the US, but you have to do the right things. You have to put in a lot of work. It's about crafting a statement of purpose that tells your story. It's about building a resume that aligns your academic and career experiences. It's about getting strong recommendation letters. It's about doing an evaluation depending on your situation. It's about taking the GRE depending on your program of interest and your GPA. It's about taking the SAT if you want a full undergraduate scholarship. It's about applying to the right schools based on your background and academic credentials. In my one-on-one visa interview coaching program, I have come across students who told me they applied to schools I recommended and they got full funding to start this fall 2025. One of those students even told me that she went for the visa interview a year ago and she was denied because she didn't have any funding. And so she went through the list I suggested and she applied to two of them or so. And now she has full funding to come to the US. The study abroad process is also about doing the right research, even if it means sleepless nights. It's about starting the process early and have a videos to help you get started on this channel. I like to push students to give their best because funding is very competitive. Any scholarship that is automatic is a small amount. Good funding requires you to submit an application that stands out. For your application to stand out, you have to treat the whole process seriously. I am not here to lie to you or sugarcoat anything so that you will like me. I am here to tell you what works and how to avoid wasting money, energy, and time. I don't want anyone coming to the US and suffering, especially if your family isn't rich. That is why I try to provide you with all the right information to help you get good funding and help you pass your visa interview. Everything in life requires work. The more work you put into the process, the greater the reward on your investments. There are no shortcuts in life, just smart, consistent efforts. So if you are new here, consider subscribing to the channel so that you get all the reliable information that can make your dreams come true. Also, check out my ShaiPod channel, which is my podcast where I interview international students about their journeys from admissions to life abroad. I do my best to ask them the questions you want answers to. I've also created WhatsApp groups where you can connect with other students who are also on their study abroad journey. Many of them are happy to share insights and answer questions based on their experience. I also have a Telegram group where I give students the opportunity for free mock interviews on my YouTube channel. You just have to be in the Telegram group, and when I request for details, you just have to send the details to me or to my assistant. All right, now it's time for us to kick off today's live session. Drop your questions in the chat. Tell me where you're watching this from and share the live session with a friend who needs this. I will also appreciate it if you give this live session a like. It helps the channel a lot. Hi guys, welcome to today's live session. I hope you're all doing well, and I hope you were able to follow the live session yesterday. Yesterday we shared so many things. So even if you are not in the US yet, you probably want to check it out and get familiar with some of the things, so that when you get an offer to come, you can go back to it because by then you would have been aware of what is possible and what is not possible. So that video is very important. I was thinking we were going to do like 2 hours, but we ended up doing almost 4 hours. So that's a long video because there were so many things that we shared. And in future, I will just break some of the chapters down into small videos, like short videos, so that if you want specific videos. And I also intend to go into that video, watch it again, and then put more like video chapters, so that if you watch that full video too, you can also skip to specific topics that you are interested in. I am kind of very busy and I have a lot of things, but I will go into that. Hopefully by tomorrow I should take care of all of that. And there are some links that I need to put in the description of that video. I have not been able to do that as well, but I hope I'm able to do that maybe tomorrow. Okay, so today, like I said, we have a mock interview. You know, I initially selected 5 people, but then we have 2 people here, which is fine. Actually, it helps me because my team has a match at 2 o'clock. A final match. So I mean, I want to watch it. So why not? let's take care of this quickly, and then I can also go and watch the match. Let me know where you are watching this from. If you have any question, leave it in the chat, and I'm going to answer them for you. Um, People ask me about how to join the mock. I think in the intro, you guys, if you watch the intro, I think you should know what to do, right? So that is the whole point about the intro. Put all of these things there so that even if I forget to tell students what they need to do, the intro is already there, more like a fixed thing. So that's a good thing. All right. So today I have Kwame, and then I have Chukuku. Hey, is it Chukuku? I know Chuku, but I don't know. Okay, I hope that's correct though. So let's find out how well they prepared so far. So Chukuku, is that how you pronounce it? Hello, Chukuku.
Yeah,
To
good evening.
to
It's
to
Tochuku.
Tochuku, right? Tochuku,
Tochuku. Yes,
Tochuku,
it's Tochuku.
Tochuku. Okay, Tochuku.
Yes.
Sorry, I mispronounced it. Okay, Tochuku. So,
Thank you
uh,
very
let-
much for the opportunity.
sorry.
Yeah, thank you very much for the opportunity to do a mock session with you.
Okay, you're welcome. Okay, that's good. Okay, so let's go. Let's get into it. What are you going to study?
I'm going to study business administration, master's in business administration and management at New Mexico Highlands University, located in the city of Las Vegas in the state of New Mexico.
Okay, why do you want to study this program?
I chose to study a master's in business administration and management, especially at New Mexico Highlands University, to improve my skills in logistics and supply chain management that align perfectly with my work experience as a logistic coordinator
Where
and
you are
employee
is very
relations.
noisy. Where you are is very noisy. Can you move away a little bit?
Yes, sorry.
Yeah, it's okay. Just try and see how best you can improve the sound. Okay. Is it okay? You want to go ahead and are you away? It looks like I don't hear anything, so it's probably okay now. Oh, Tochuku, are you there? Okay, then let's go. Let me go to Kwame. Kwame, can you hear me? Then I'll come back to Tochuku. Kwame, can you hear me? Hello, Kwame. Hello, Tochuku. Whoever responds first will go first. Kwame, Tochuku. Okay, none of you is responding. Let me go into the chat. And so it's good to see you. I see. Hi, Shai. I went for interview on 8th July and was put on AP. Thanks for your tips. Oh, nice. Congrats. Nice. Funny Biz Logic from Ghana. I see is the name as Abdul Salam on group 2. Yeah, I don't know. I've probably seen the name before. Probably. So you got a date for next year, but your class starts in fall 2025. So you have to request for emergency appointment. You have to keep that date, and then keep checking for dates so that you can reschedule and also book for emergency appointments. Okay, so those are the two options for you. The emergency appointments, you just have to put in the request and then wait. Yeah, there it's more like a queue. People are ahead of you in a way. So think about it as, let's say 1,000 people submit the request, and then they have slot for 50 people. They are going to go through, and then maybe in the first 100 list that they have, or 100 requests that you have, maybe 50 of them deserve it, 50 of them don't deserve it, right? In a way, depend on how you want to define it. Then the first 50 will get it, the other 50 who don't deserve it will be, so all the 100 people are going to receive an email. 50 will get an email that it's been approved for them, 50 will get an email that it's been denied for them. Then as more slots begin to open, they will add more people, and more people will begin to receive emails about approvals and denials. So that's just how you should think about it. So yeah, it's not a one day thing. People send request for emergency appointment and they think that they have to get it the following day or in a week time. No, it might not work like that. In some instances, yeah, it can be like that. And it's all about how many emergency slots they have against how many requests are sent in. So you just have to be patient and then, you know, keep checking and then hope for the best. As a human being, so many things might not go your way. So you just have to hold on to hope. Hope is something that I always say nobody can take hope from you. You can always hope. Even if your hope is a hopeless hope in quotes, you can still hope because you never know. Nobody knows tomorrow. Nobody knows what will happen, right? I've seen people looking for dates in August and they got dates in August. Went for the interview, they were approved and they came. So yeah, don't think nothing can happen. So Dennis, hello, Dennis.
Yeah, hello, good evening.
Yeah, good evening. You want to turn off the YouTube?
Okay,
Dennis, you
I've
want
turned
to
it
turn off
off.
the YouTube? You are playing the YouTube.
I've turned it off already.
Okay, so why are you now joining?
I've been battling to join. My Chrome wasn't up to date, so
Okay, you still had to
yeah,
join.
so I just had to download the app right now in my phone.
The instructions came with that. You were told you have to download the app. That was part of the instructions, and you were told as part of the instructions to join 10 minutes to time. This is what you got. So,
Yeah.
most of
I tried joining with my laptop. My Safari browser is still outdated, so I was trying to navigate through. Then I had to download with my phone.
okay. So Helen says over 1 month AP. What do you suggest? It means nothing. There is nothing that anybody can suggest except to wait, right? And keep hoping for the best. Yes, you get a date. You get a date very soon. I guess this is in the live session yesterday. You said that if you're on OPT in your first masters, when you do another masters, you will not be eligible for another OPT. Can you explain more on it? Yeah, so the OPT thing, you get only one OPT at every level. So if you do your bachelor's degree, you're going to get an OPT. If you decide to do two bachelor's degrees, you're only entitled to one OPT. So the second bachelor's degree will not give you OPT. So if let's say I do my first bachelor's degree, I don't take advantage of OPT and I do second bachelor's degree, then I still have my one OPT there for me. So I can do it after the second bachelor's degree. So basically think about OPT as you get it only once at every level. Okay. And you can get it at all the levels. Okay. So I hope this is clear enough. Um so whose microphone is making noise? You guys, you don't listen to instructions, simple instructions. I said that if I am not talking to you, make sure your microphone is muted. You guys, you just make my work difficult for me. Okay. So Kwame, are you there?
Go to the panel.
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. Okay, hold on. Before that, Tochuku, are you there? Tochuku. Okay, Kwame, what are you going to study?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, Kwame, what are you going to study?
Yeah, I'm going to study PhD nursing science at the University of South Florida in Tampa. I'll be studying about the theories and principles of nursing framework, focusing on improving patient quality through research, evidence-based practice, and hands-on clinical experience. And some of the courses I'll be doing in the first semester are research design and method in nursing, philosophical and theoretical application
Okay,
for nursing science.
can you so can you take your answer again? Okay, I got distracted a little bit. Can you start over again?
Okay,
What are you going to study?
I'm going to study doctorate degree in nursing science. It's actually a 5 year PhD degree, and I'll be learning about the theories and principles of nursing framework, focusing on improving patient outcome through research, evidence-based practice, and clinical practice as well. and my research interest focus on finding solutions to mental health disparities. And I'll be working. I'll be supervised by my supervisor, which is called a Doctor ABC at the XYZ lab. After this degree, I'll be equipped with advanced knowledge in nursing science, which will help me in my nursing career.
What is your current job?
Currently, I'm working as a senior nursing officer at XYZ Hospital, and some of my roles include educating patients on their condition, and also supervising clinical staff and nurses at the clinical setting, and ensuring quality care for patients, and lastly, engaging in internal clinical research at the hospital.
Okay. So why do you need a degree?
Okay, so with my 5 years of working experience at the hospital, upon assessing um, numerous patients, especially the youth at the hospital, the community where the hospital is, I realized a number of patients who come to the hospital um, are engaged in substance abuse, which affect their mental health, and also mostly the patients that come that attend the hospital don't really or always attribute their mental disparities to or mental illness to um, witchcraft and other spiritual beliefs. So instead of seeking medical intervention, they end up in a traditional way, and before they turn up to the hospital, the situation has been worse. So I wanted to pursue this degree in order to gain advanced knowledge in empirical knowledge in nursing science. And with my research, which focuses on mental health, finding solutions to mental health disparities, is going to give me that knowledge and skills, more improved knowledge and skills, which will help me solve this particular problem at my current facility. And this knowledge and skills leader will qualify me for um, um, leadership roles in my current facility. That's the principal nursing officer role. And also, I aim to lead a team of researchers that will investigate and provide practical solutions to health
Um,
disparities in Ghana.
I don't know, but your for some reasons the answers they don't sound like really convincing to me because you're already a senior nursing officer, which means you already have all these leadership stuff. What is the new thing? What do you think the degree is going to add to what you already have, the existing skills you currently have? I feel like they are not. I'm not really clear about what exact why you actually need a degree. Your answer,
Okay,
yeah. So given that your job aligns with the program you are going to study, you probably want to start with who you are. I always tell students
yeah,
that you start with your background and you connect it to what you want to learn because that is going to upgrade your current skills, and then you add what you hope to do with the degree. Right. So
okay,
I had to ask you why do you need a degree before you even told me why you need a degree, but I'm not too sure. You could have started by with your background, given that it aligns with what you are going to study. That you know you are a nursing officer, a senior nursing officer at ABC Community Hospital, and you have observed that ABC is going. A lot of you've observed ABC cases, or you've seen a lot of ABC cases, which the hospital doesn't have enough staff to take because maybe it's a unique problem or something, and so you
okay,
came across this program, you realize that you are going to learn ABC, which are the exact skills that can help you contribute to the solution to the problem when you return to Ghana and all of that. You were mentioning disparities, but normally if you want to talk about disparities, you want to say disparities in like in that community hospital, like if you can be very specific about that.
okay.
You mentioned clinical research, empirical knowledge, and all these things. And I don't know, as a nurse, you want to connect everything very well. It's like, yes, why do you need the degree? What will the degree do for you given your current skills? What exactly do you need which you currently don't have in your current role? What are you seeing which is making you want to get the degree? So that is your why. If you establish it very well, yeah, the visa interview these days, some people go and then because they have funding, I don't know your funding though, but because they have funding, it becomes very easy for them. There are some people too, because they have funding, it becomes very difficult for them. So you just don't know what you are going to expect. So as an individual, you want to be very clear, who you are alone makes it very clear why you want to study the program. Then you add your why. Okay, I am this, so this
Okay.
is why. Yeah, so I feel like your why, yeah, you want to be. When is your visa interview?
Um, I'm currently
You don't have a
searching
date.
for emergency date. Yeah, I have a date currently, but it's next year. So
Yeah, you want to be very clear about why you really need it, and you have to simplify it. You can actually give like
okay,
4 lines. When you're preparing yourself, you can have like 4 lines that actually explains all of these things very well. First line about
okay,
who you are. Who you are is you are a senior, whatever. Second line, what you are going to learn. Maybe the program has these things which align with your objective or your goal of trying to solve ABC in your current role. And then C is more like C or something. Is I've actually put the two together. So the skills and then what you want to solve in your current role when you return to Ghana. Right. When you put these
okay,
together very well, you don't have to say you say so many things, but actually you can condense everything into maybe 3 lines or 4 lines straight to the
okay,
point. Exactly what you want to learn, why you need a degree, right? You were
okay.
saying your supervisor, you said you'll be supervised by your supervisor. When I heard that, I was like, your supervisor, it's like repetition, right? So as someone preparing for the interview, a question like that can come, right? So you want to be
Yeah,
able to structure your answers very well so that you don't repeat things like this because the person you are not going to be marked big you are not going to be approved based on how your English and all of that, but some things they may make you sound like some way, some and also the fact
yeah.
that you're a student, you want to get everything well before you go for the interview. So kindly work on these things. Who is
Okay,
funding your case?
okay. So my total cost of attendance is $26,266, and I've been awarded a scholarship with stipend, which covered 80% of my cost, and the remaining $7,600 to be covered by my elderly brother, who is a medical doctor at XYZ hospital, and also owns a transport business and has about 10 buses that works for him. He makes an annual income of 40,000 US dollars,
uh,
and he has that
your deficit is how much?
7,600.
Okay, don't don't put yourself in a difficult situation because you are you are a senior nursing officer for 5 years. How come you don't have $7,000 to, you know, why do you need your brother who makes $40,000? Is not like so much like that, right? Now, I'm not saying your brother sponsoring you is a problem. I'm just kind of, because these days, some of the visa officers, they interpret long working years to mean you should have enough money if this thing actually means a lot to you. Because if you think about it, flight alone is going to cost you maybe 1,500, depending on the kind of flights, up to even $3,000, right? So it's like, how come you've not made $7,000? If you say from if you're sponsoring yourself with the 7,000 from your personal savings, that gives you a better chance because it shows that your job is already a good job and you're already making enough, all of that, right? In a way that can help. But relying on your elder
Okay,
brother, I feel like I don't know if you have enough money but I feel like that is better than trying to rely on somebody else. That's just my opinion. Okay.
okay,
Because
okay,
yeah, and I will if I have a huge deficit, then I want to say my cost of attendance is ABC, which will be sponsored by covered by whatever by somebody, right? But if you have a small deficit of $7,000, I would rather say I've been awarded a graduate assistantship, which leaves me with a deficit of $7,000, which maybe
Okay.
I'm going to cover for my personal savings. Straightforward. Don't mention your cost of attendance because your deficit is small. So you want to focus on, the deficit which is small. If your cost of attendance
Okay.
was a lot, then you can start with your cost of attendance so that you make the visa officer aware that okay, you know how much this is going to cost you. You're aware of the financial
Okay.
obligations of in the US. So sometimes people will hear something from me, and if you don't hear it well, you might make things up and you might think it's my fault, but everything has its rule, right? So you have to know how to structure some of these things very well. All right.
Okay.
So why the US?
Okay. So I'm drawn to the US because of its exceptional educational system and its renowned academic excellence. And again, the research labs in the US are cutting edge, equipped with excellent technology and staffed with experts in their.
Why the US is the same as why do you want to do nursing, PhD nursing in the US? So the first line
Okay.
you gave me is a good line. You can start that line that oh the US is this. But why nursing in the US? You want to now
Okay.
focus on
So
I want to study in the US because of like limit it to the program as well. You can start with the
okay.
general and then make it specific to the program. That is how you can justify why you want to study the program in the US because it's not just why the US, it's about why the US for that program. You know.
Okay. All right. So can I continue with what you just said?
No, start. Start. Why the US?
Okay. I'm drawn to the US because of its exceptional educational system and its excellent academic, renowned academic excellence. And also, the research labs in the US are truly cutting edge, equipped with modern technology. Again, nursing education in the US is highly valued. And so, pursuing PhD in nursing science in the USA will enable me to contribute to the advancement of nursing knowledge and practice and improve patient outcome and healthcare delivery.
Yeah, given the nursing line you gave, I'll probably that can even be your first line actually. I said the first line, but given the last line you gave, that last line can actually be your first line. Then forget about the first two lines you gave. You were saying again and again, yet you are not actually hit on the main thing, which is the nursing thing. But I think the last line can even be your first line. And you still haven't established why nursing because the first line is still the third line is still good for to be the first line, but still why nursing, right? What are the advantages of studying nursing in the US? You give so that's why I said that one line is good, but you wanna still add more, right? In case if you are given the opportunity to say more, you wanna show that you are a PhD level candidate or student, right? So you wanna make it more convincing, but it's not too bad though. Okay. Um, how did you get a funding?
Okay, so submitted a standard application which include statement of purpose, CV, academic CV, and IELTS with a score of 7.0, my certificate, transcript, and three recommendation letters. And afterwards, I was invited for an interview. And then after some weeks, I received an offer which came with the funding.
Yeah. So, I mean, I don't know. We said standard application, and I don't know if standard is a good word to use. Standard. I don't know if it's a good word to use because standard is more like normal application. It's more like saying I submitted a normal application, but you don't want to use the word normal. You want to make it look like an outstanding like a good application, like a strong application, a competitive application. I feel like those ones they are common words, but I feel like they still do the work because yes, you don't want to say it's a normal application. You want to say it's competitive because funding is based on merit. It's not like standard application will get you funding. No, It's a strong application is what will give you funding. And when you talk about your resume, you don't just, yes, you say resume, but you want to kind of talk about the fact that your resume highlighting your 5 years working as a senior nursing officer, your SOP highlighting or explaining how the program is going to, or how the program aligns with your goal of improving ABC at your current company. You want to break it down as well, so that will make you sound very intelligent and very clear about why you need the program and why the school gave you the funding. You are justifying yourself, so you want to make all those things
Okay.
very clear enough. Yeah. So, but it's not bad. I just sometimes I don't know. I don't want somebody to come here and then maybe me be hard on the person, and maybe because someone says I'm good enough, but sometimes I don't know if good enough. Sometimes I'm looking for more like perfection, like so that whatever it is, if the visa officer is difficult to please, you are going to present something that is more convincing, like more straightforward and more clear, right, in a way. So sometimes that's what I
Okay.
try to do, but I don't know if I overdo things. But I don't know if these answers are strong enough, but yeah, they are not bad, but I don't know. So you can still work on them, okay? We've already done
Okay.
a lot. We've already crossed 30 minutes. So let me switch to Tochuku. So Kwame, good luck to you, okay? Given that you
All
have
right.
fun,
Thank you very much.
you have to do some few things. Like I said, ideally go with personal funds. Are you married?
No, I'm not.
Okay, at least it's okay that you are not married. Not like sometimes when you say something, you don't say it to out of context. Somebody can misquote it. But what I mean is, in the context of you presenting your elder brother, not being not married is a better thing. Like it helps, because if you're married and then your elder brother, that would not sound good at all. But yeah, so right now, my preference would be you having some personal savings that you present, so that it's like, oh, 5 years
Okay.
of work, you've made some money. Yeah, I feel like that's much better than the elder
Okay.
brother. Yeah. All right.
Okay.
So good luck to you.
Thank you very much. All right.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Tochuku, are you there?
Yes, I'm here, sir. Sorry for the
All
network
right.
issue, but I'm in a better place now.
Okay. Good that you are in a better place. All right. So, what are you going to study in the US?
I'm going to pursue a master's in business administration and management at New Mexico Highland University, located in the city of Las Vegas in the state of New Mexico, with focus on logistics, client relations, and management that align perfectly well with my work experience in logistics.
Mm, okay. How long have you been working?
I've been working for 5 years now. I've been working for 5 years now.
Okay. What do you do in your job?
I'm a logistic coordinator and client relations specialist at Readborn Enterprise Nigeria Limited. It's a construction and industrial company. I manage supply chain of engineering tools, safety tools,
So why do you
building
need a degree?
materials, and scientific equipment.
Why do you need a degree? Why do you need a degree? Tochuku, check your network. Funny Bees Logic 70,000 Empower loan. If you don't know. So it's yeah, blue is a color. Hey Rosalind, good to see you. Ruben from Nigeria. What are some next steps if your emergency request is denied? If emergency request is denied, check. I made a video about emergency request, so you can check that video out. Tempo. I'm a Nigerian. Just finished my masters in the UK last year November, and now going for another masters in the US. My interview is in 2 weeks in London. Is there a red flag going for another masters? Well, it's about your story, because there are people with coming to do who were coming to do another degree and they were approved. So it's about your story. Okay. Isaac, can you don't have a referable, so yeah, you can check that video out. Emmanuel says, hello Shai, if you have a T and the deficit is funded by educational loan, what do you select for? Who is funding your trip? Is it self? So who is funding you is always who is taking care of your deficit. So if it's a loan, then you probably want to go with the loan, right? Um So yeah, so I believe okay, so let me see who is who can hear me. I've interviewed Kwame. So Dennis, can you hear me? Dennis, are you there? If you're not there, then we are done because I don't have I don't have to be waiting like that. You guys today, you guys have been doing on and off with me. And today is not the day to be doing on and off with me because small enough. I want to go off and go and watch my football. So you don't want to do on and off with me because So Tochuku, are you there? You guys are doing on and off. On and off is not today is not the day for on and off. Today is not the day for on and off. Tochuku, are you there? Okorocha, quick question. I am married, but my mom is my sponsor. Will that be a problem? I don't know. I don't recommend that. If you're married like that, the best option is if you cannot sponsor yourself, you should get funding. That's always the best option. Because if you're married and then your parents, nah, I don't recommend that. It's very difficult. It also depends on your I mean, I just don't recommend that at all. So Francisca is here. Francisca, good to see you. So I believe I've answered all your questions, and also those I want to interview. I've only interviewed Kwame, Dennis, and Tochuku. I don't know what's going on with them. So I am going to end the live session now because yeah, it looks like yeah. So guys, take care of yourselves and I'll see you next Sunday. Bye bye.